Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chuck. Thank you for being here. We like to talk about sealed investing. Um, Bro, I've been talking about manipulated buyouts, and to be honest with you, it makes me a little bit uncomfortable. I think I think this boom, we've had a bigger influx of money coming in from crypto. It seems like Pokemon and crypto are kind of tied together as like alternative assets, and a lot of money flows down from crypto. Um, what is also new in this cycle are there are way more reseller, sneakerhead kind of people looking to make a quick buck. There's also a lot of new people in the hobby joining. I think overall economic conditions compared to the last cycle, I think people are a little bit more desperate to have an alternative way to find a higher ROI investment vehicle and find some comfort from their normal day jobs. And so you see that reflected, um, and people spending a lot more than they have, credit cards, using almost all of their disposable income in many cases on Pokemon for investing and for ripping, especially. I think there's a lot more activity on Whatnot, just having an option more available to people to, from a click of a button, spend at at a premium to have packs rip open instant dopamine, right? Wasn't really the case on the last one as much. Um, I think there's just so many emotions and desperation and hype and just a constant cycle of just hyper consumerism. It makes me a little uneasy in a sense. I could take a step back and not think about it and be fine. But as somebody who makes content in this space and has a lot of people, relative to maybe others, leaving comments, what do I buy? What do I buy? Is this a good investment? Here's my predictions, blah, blah, blah. And no, I like exchanging information and giving thoughts and opinions. That's what it's all about. But it does just feel like worse, doesn't it? It just feels worse. And obviously, today we're going to be talking about Paldea Evolved, long-term investability, short-term investability. We're going to go over touching on some other topics that I previously mentioned in some other recent videos, selling, um, tackling this market, not super emotionally, but just making the right investment decisions based on my own personal situation. Yours is probably going to vary. But yeah, it just feels like a lot of the moves and jumps that we have in like the last 6 months are a lot of it is real organic demand, of course, most of it. But it feels like every jump that we have is just pure market manipulation. And, I know that's always been kind of a thing. There's always kind of shadows of people moving in the background, people with a lot of capital buying out things, right? Increasing the prices. For instance, we were seeing this recently with Journey Together, like on a weekly basis. A bunch of PCETBs were bought out. And then obviously with Fusion Strike a few months ago, massive, crazy buyout at around 400, 430. Excuse me. That really just began the catapulting of the recent Sword and Shield run, and then of course again at the beginning of May. Um, Guys, be very careful um, where you're putting your money. If you are thinking about buying a Magikarp PSA 10 in English, I cannot advise doing that. One, because singles are volatile. There's going to be more of these in the future. Now I understand there's an extremely low pop, but this is just pure market manipulation. Like, we had a bunch of YouTubers come out. You've probably are, you know, if you watch my channel, you probably watch some of theirs. Talk about keeping these, not selling them when they get their hands on them. I'm not saying there's some grand like puppet string play going on here, but like clearly it's being manipulated. $3,000 for this card is absolutely insane. There's not even any texture. It's a Magikarp. It's Shinji. I get it. um, it's good art. It's a fantastic card. It's a great chase card, but my God, like if you have one of these, to me, this is screaming sell. Screaming sell. In 5 years, do you think this card going for $2,000 to $3,000, do you think it'll be worth more than an Evolving Skies booster box? No. I would bet you it's not. Raw has also increased a bit. Not really, though. It's mostly been flat. It's really just PSA 10s, just because the print quality, Paldea Evolved is pretty bad. Really bad quality control. I don't know, man. I made a video talking about, like, should you be selling Scarlet and Violet? And I've been thinking about it. The thing is, like, for my situation, my buy cost average is so low on my Paldea boxes. I think I have a few, not that many, but I bought them all under $80 after taxes and shipping, which is crazy. But at $300, you know, short term, it just feels insane. Now, I do understand that the set is 2 years old. It has a relatively strong set value. I think the set is really good. You have the Raichu, the Tyranitar, right? Iono is a trainer. As far as I'm aware, I believe that Iono is like pretty playable in the actual trading card game, which kind of adds a point in my book. Pheasantipity, am I right? Yeah, everybody says it's a deep set. I do agree. I mean, but like the long-term sentiment on IRs, I have a feeling is subject to change as more eras come out. You know, we see this every era is perceivably better than the last, right? XY. Sun and Moon is better than XY. Sword and Shield in a lot of ways is more some of the best alt arts we've ever had. Probably the best we've ever had, almost certainly in some sets. People prefer that to Sun and Moon, generally speaking. Scarlet and Violet, people really enjoyed the IRs and the pull rates compared to Sword and Shield. I have a feeling the next era, we're probably going to be seeing something similar to Scarlet and Violet. Maybe that's not true, but like, you know, you have a box that's $305. I mean, that just seems crazy. But long term, like here we are though, right? 2 years, we're not getting any more booster boxes, more than likely. We're going to have some products here and there, of course. But as I've mentioned in a lot of videos, when the market feels a certain way about something, that just tends to be the thing that happens. You know, the market decides one day that Fusion Strike sucks because there's product everywhere, nobody wants it, and it's $90 a box. And then a couple years later, it's the clear second best set in Sword and Shield as far as booster boxes go. So, you know, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. I think Paldea Evolved, even at these prices, I would say if you own them, if you have a lot, it's probably worth selling a little bit. Guys, at some point you have to take profits in order to make money in this hobby. I don't subscribe to the like as an overall like gospel rule that you should buy things and hold them for 10 years. Like, think about where you were 10 years ago. I was in what, high school? um, that's crazy. I was in college, I think 10 years ago. I don't know. Um, I'm like multiple iterations of myself different than that person in a lot of ways, especially from a financial slash investment perspective, naturally. Um, I don't know. Like, you need to be prepared for life events like buying a house, being in a relationship. Maybe you have a medical bill, God forbid. Um, yeah, man. Like, these are times when we need to take a step back and evaluate the market and decide what's best for your own situation. And I think for my situation, I don't have that many Paldea Evolved booster boxes. I don't feel super compelled to sell them because my buy cost is so low. I don't need the money right now. But if I had a test and I was like, should I sell some of it? I think the right answer would be yes. Like, I should be taking some profits. I think pretty soon I'm going to be taking profits on maybe some Paradox, and I'm probably going to sell some Twilight. Um, Twilight Masquerade being what, $250, $260 just seems absolutely crazy to me. Let's take a look. 267, bro. On TCG Player, 260 free shipping. Man, that seems high to me. It is only 1 year old, only a little over a year old, 1 year and 3 weeks old. Now, I think the value is there long term. Long term, if you hold for multiple years, you're going to be fine no matter what. But I just think there are better ROI plays out there. Crown Zenith, if I had to guess, will probably outperform Paldea Evolved over the next year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. Maybe forever. Who knows? There aren't a lot of like opportunities that are, screaming at you in the market right now. For me, Sword and Shield makes sense. It's not being printed. Booster boxes are stagnant in price. Let's check what is Silver Tempest booster box right now? $350 for $50 more? No, maybe even less. Yeah, 350, 375. I think you can get this box and feel a little bit better about it than Paldea Evolved for $50 more. That seems crazy to me. Look, Paldea is a really good set. For me, it's a clear top 3 booster box. Long term, if you're holding on to it, you'll be fine. That's probably what I'm going to do. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking about taking some profits this summer. As far as plays go, maybe sell a little bit, buy some more Sword and Shield. If I can find a deal, Facebook, right? 151 is being, we're getting another wave, Zapdos, Blooming Waters. I think even posters at MSRP this next month or two over the summer. No brainer. No brainer at MSRP. I'm getting as much as I can personally. But yeah, man, I just think like market manipulation is really kind of making people go crazy. If you're in a Discord that does coordinated buyouts, please message me on my email. I would love to talk to you and get some more information anonymously if you want. I would like to know what goes on as far as decision making goes when targeting sets, and like timing, things like that. I think the another thing, I think the ETB has some decent value. Again, I can get Silver Tempest for what, 75? Out of print, no risk, 77. 77 bucks. The Switch 2, Scarlet and Violet got a little bit of a boost, right? I don't know how much like of an effect that actually has, but it puts it in people's minds. And you know, this is a great looking ETB. You have the starters. Pikachu promo, really good promo. Harder to find. You know, you're not going to find too many of these ETBs right now. I think there's some decent value there. We know ETBs have performed really well, so I think that's actually one of the better buys if you were to buy a Paldea Evolved, although I can't recommend doing that in earnest. Yeah, man, it's just crazy prices. Don't give in to this FOMO Magikarp PSA 10. I think it's just a bunch of shit. To be honest, be smart, take a step back, see what settles, focus on sets that are good out of print. Sword and Shield looks pretty enticing to me. Special sets look pretty enticing at MSRP. If you want something with a little bit more, potentially some more growth potential. We know these special sets are going to do really well. But guys, like, be ready for the next era. We're going to have some cards probably be released at some point in the near future for, you know, Inferno X, etc. If they blow it out of the water, watch out. Watch out. I don't know. I don't think the market's going to crash. But, you know, manipulators buy up a bunch of product for something, and then people just eventually over time accept that price. I wouldn't be surprised if we have some more buyouts of Sword and Shield, you know, because they're gonna, people and them and whoever, they're going to be looking for opportunities to continue to make money. And it just seems like it's an infinite money glitch to them. I don't see a lot of people talking about the manipulation as much. And I don't know, maybe I'll work on like a full video if I can try to dig and find some information. I think that'd be really interesting. But yeah, don't panic. Be smart. Maybe consider taking profit. Maybe not. It depends on your own situation. If you need the money, right? How much you have. These are all things that you need to decide. I've mentioned what I plan on doing. But yeah, just crazy times, crazy times. I mean, it's kind of fun, isn't it? It's kind of fun to see something happen for once in the hobby. Yeah, guys, just be smart. I just wanted to give some thoughts on where this could go, what's going on. Paldea Evolved, long term, it's gonna be doing quite well. So, yeah, just a short one here. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the channel, want to support, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you're not already, appreciate all of you guys being here. And yeah, I got some good stuff coming up. I will see you very soon. Y'all have a great night. Peace.